Yep, you know what time it is, man. This is, of course, your favorite channel, man, CTB. It's your Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy, Jay Slay. About to chin check you with this quick fight review, man, on a Sunday afternoon, or Sunday, well, not Monday morning. It was a great night of fights, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not upset that I paid for it, but I am a little bit, I'm a little bit upset about the main event, only because both of those guys barely threw 400 punches in the fight. I think both of them guys only landed 75 to 76 punches on each other the whole fight, and it went all 12 rounds. It had 3 knockdowns in the fight, which is great. I mean, it's a heavyweight fight, so you expect knockdowns, but it wasn't enough punches thrown, which is why I was a little bit upset. But let's talk about the fight. Before we get to the main event, let's of course talk about the fighter who stole the show, man. The fighter who stole the show was Pitbull Cruz, bro. He fought Eduardo Ramirez, knocked him out, referee stoppage, landed some hellacious left hands. That left hook was crazy. Pitbull Cruz is the real deal, man. It's time for people to stop saying that he was a cherry picked by Tank, quote unquote cherry picked by Tank. I think Pitbull Cruz is legit, man. I think that Tank Davis performance, even though he lost, that Tank Davis performance was not a fluke at all. I think he's the goods. I want to see him in there with somebody who can defend themselves a little better, because of course since fighting Tank, he fought a really old, out of his prime, way out of his prime Gamboa. He ran through him. Then he fought this guy, Eduardo Ramirez, who's a little more in his prime, but has no pop to keep Cruz off of him, which is surprising me, because he was known to have some type of pop with him. But Cruz had no respect for the guy. Cruz didn't respect the jab. Cruz didn't respect nothing. He came with the game plan. I'm going to land this left hook. No matter how many times you avoid it, I'm going to land it eventually. And he did. I mean, he knocked the guy out. Closed the show like he's supposed to. He had the guy hurt. Referee asked the guy, "Yo, you sure you want to continue? You sure?" The guy seemed like he was ready to go again. Left hook, right hand, good night. I'm going to say something really controversial. It's going to be a very controversial statement. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, and I can't wait to see my boy Mom response when I say this to him. I can't wait to have a show about this, because it's going to be a great debate. But a lot of fans are calling for him to fight Tank Davis again in the rematch. I'm not mad at that fight. I would love to see that fight again, to be honest. But I would more like to see him fight some of these other guys at 135, namely, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, bro. I would love to see him fight Devin Haney, and I think he would have Devin Haney running for his life. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that statement, so I'm gonna clarify it a little bit. I'm gonna clean up a little bit for you. Don't get me wrong, Devin Haney will win the fight. I think if Devin Haney stays on his feet, he don't get caught clean with anything, Devin Haney will win the fight. He will put on a masterclass performance against him. He will outbox Pitbull Cruz. I think Pitbull, even though he does keep coming, he's very limited offensively. You know what he's going to throw when he come in. So with that being said, I think Devin Haney will pick him apart with his long jab and that sneaky right hand, and his great his great footwork and his great defensive prowess. I think he'll be victorious. I'm not gonna lie. I think Devin Haney will have a masterclass performance, but he's gonna be running for his life the whole fight. No matter as long as that fight lasts, Devin Haney gonna be running for his life, because I don't think Devin Haney has the pop to keep Pitbull off of him. I think Pitbull is gonna be coming. Them jabs that Kambosos was getting stopped by, it's not gonna work on Pitbull. Pitbull gonna be coming. He's gonna be throwing, and he's gonna be trying to land to the head and to the body. He's not gonna try to make it pretty. He's not gonna try to razzle dazzle you with nothing. He's not going to try to outbox you. Nope, he's coming to hurt you. I think that will be the recipe for a great fight, man. If I can compare it to a fight that already happened, I will compare that fight to Floyd Mayweather versus Mayana 2, the second one. We all know that Floyd had problems with Mayana in the first fight. Mayana made it rough, made it rugged. And then in the later rounds, wound up, pulling away from Mayana. I think Mayana gassed out a little bit, and Floyd caught his rhythm, and he pulled away from him a little bit. But in the second fight, Floyd put on a masterclass performance, man. Masterclass. Mayana was having trouble landing, having trouble trapping Floyd in the corner. He was having trouble catching Floyd on the ropes. But when he did catch Floyd in the corner, Floyd got his tooth knocked out. You know, Floyd had some scary moments in that fight. Floyd took some body shots in the second fight that a lot of people overlook, man. But if you go back and watch some of the body shots Mayana was landing on Floyd, yeah, man, Floyd had his hands full with Mayana in both fights. But he put on a masterclass performance in the second fight, and you know, went out with the dub. We got that victory. I see Devin Haney having that same type, man. I see him getting caught by something, getting hurt by something, but I see him, of course, pulling it out and getting the victory. So don't hop on me, Devin Haney fans. I know there's a lot of Devin Haney fans, but they'll disagree with me. But it's factual, man. I think Pitbull is I think he's the goods, man. I think he's going to be champion at 135 eventually, or when these guys start moving up to 140. I think he's going to be the guy that anybody who's at 135 don't want to fight, and he's going to get a belt then. When Tank Davis moves up and when Devin Haney move up, whoever's left at 135 is going to have their hands full, bro. Because he's still young too. I think he's only 24 years old, so he's still young, so he's going to be right there. But on to the main event, man. The main event, I'm not gonna say it was lackluster because it had 3 knockdowns in the fight. They both were punching with bad intentions. Whenever they did punch, I think, like I said earlier in the video, both guys landed in their mid 70s. I think one guy landed 75 and one guy landed 76 punches. I think Ortiz landed 76. He landed more. He was in the fight, bro. Even though he got knocked down 3 times, it was a close fight, in my opinion. Even after the 7th round knockdown, if Ortiz would have stepped on the gas, he still could have put out a draw, or even got the victory if he knocked down Ortiz or knocked down Ruiz. That is how slow the fight was going. The 10th round, Ortiz took that 10th round off, and Ruiz took the 10th round off, and Ortiz jabbed the whole round. He landed a couple right hands, but he didn't step the gas. Like in the 12th round, if he would have stepped on the gas the way he did in the 12th, in the 10th, he might have had Ruiz hurt and might have dropped him, or maybe, you know, won the round big, you know, and get Ruiz's respect a little more, you know, in the 11th, because in the 11th, Ruiz pretty much was just waiting for a right hand. I think he landed 2 or 3 in the right hand, and the referee started looking at his eye and was questioning his eye. But that's, man, to be honest, the fight went how I thought it was gonna go. I know we didn't do a pre-fight this time. My boy Monarch's schedules kind of conflicted a little bit, so we didn't give you guys the pre-fight. But I did have Ruiz winning. I had Ruiz winning by a late stoppage though. I thought he was gonna stop Ortiz. Just off of age, bro. It was gonna be all the age and the hand speed. I thought when Ortiz slowed down, Ruiz would have picked it up, and the hand speed would have been too much for Luis Ortiz. And I was wrong about that. I'm not gonna lie. I was wrong about the stoppage, and I was wrong about the hand speed being too much in the later rounds. Early in the fight, the hand speed was apparent. I'm gonna say this: if you are the taller and the longer fighter, and you coming up short with all your punches, early in the fight, you were just too slow. You were too slow. And at 40, I think they say he's 42, 43 years old, it's time to hang it up, man. I'm gonna be honest. You were just too slow tonight. Your left hand was slow, even though you landed it. I just think Andy's just not that good, bro. I'm not sold on Andy Ruiz. I haven't been sold on Andy Ruiz. I think he has great hand speed, but at his height and his reach, like especially his reach, he has very, very short reach. His hand speed does no good against the top heavyweights. Maybe Usyk, that's because Usyk is closer to his size. But the bigger guys, he got outboxed by Joshua. I'm gonna put it that way. Even though he was overweight, he was fat. Yes, I understand. He overate and blase. He still got outboxed by Joshua because Joshua's jab was just too long and was educated. He had an educated jab. People sleep on Wilder's jab. Wilder has a crisp, hard, quick jab, and Wilder's 6'7". Wilder has long ass arms. So if anybody looking at this performance and saying that, oh, Wilder had problems with Ortiz, But Andy Ruiz knocked down this older version of that 3 times. You really, you either a Wilder hater or you really just don't know boxing. Because in my opinion, Ortiz was just too slow, and I think Andy Ruiz was smaller, but he was just so slow that Andy just seen him coming, man. That left hand was tailor-made and could see it coming. In the 12th round, though, when Andy slowed down, if Ortiz would have stepped on the gas, then like he did a little earlier, 2 or 3 rounds earlier, he might have been a better fight. It would have made a better fight. Because in the 12th round, Andy was getting pieced up, bro. That uppercut, the left uppercut that he should have been throwing all night. I think Lennox Lewis said it in the fight. I was like, yes, please throw that fucking left uppercut, please. And he waited to the 12th round and started throwing it. He landed like 3 times in the round, and had Andy rocked a little bit. If you would threw that punch a little earlier, it would have been a different fight. Wilder is too long and too fast. I don't see the fight going to the championship rounds for Wilder. I think I think Andy Ruiz gets stopped before 6, to be honest. But with that being said, man, this is of course your favorite channel, man, CTB. This is Chan Talk Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Peace.